How's it going, Calvary Kids family? Pastor Ryan here. I just wanted to bring a quick word to you all to encourage you and to just let you know that we are here for you. We're here to partner with you at all times. And I know that during this time it can be really stressful, maybe a little chaotic. I know that you're not used to what's been going on, and it's probably new to a lot of families. But I just wanted to bring a quick devotional for you all. So I hope you get something great out of this because I feel like it means a lot even in my own personal life, and it can mean a lot to you all. So if your child goes to church just for 1 hour on Sunday and doesn't experience any other discipleship throughout the week, that's roughly 1 out of 168 hours in the week, which is roughly 0.6%. If they go twice, maybe they go to girls' ministries at 5 p.m. in Royal Rangers, and then they go to a Sunday morning service, that's 2 hours out of 168 hours in the week. That's roughly 1%. And I just bring these stats to you because that's simply just not enough to overpower what, throughout their whole school day and what they receive at school. It doesn't overpower what they're being taught and how they're being trained to live in video games and other applications on iPads. It doesn't compare. So, I just want to express that because that's simply not enough, and that's why I'm getting into the importance of family discipleship. I never grew up being discipled at home in a Christian home. We were Catholic. We went to church for First Communion and Christmas and Easter and things like that. But I got discipled or trained into becoming a good athlete. My dad invested the time, the money, and the effort to drive me, all over the North Shore to tournaments and to practices, spending money on equipment, spending money on training and summer camps, staying at hotels for tournaments, watching NHL games together, pointing out how, somebody is to respond in a certain event on the ice. And I got trained into becoming this athlete. My coaches taught me a lot, but my dad did a ton that partnered with my coaches and made me become the athlete that I was. And I believe that's the same related. It's related to discipleship at the home. The more the parent invests in their children spiritually, the more that your child is going to grow in godliness, grow in a right relationship with Jesus, grow in relationship with the family. And just like anything, the more you water, sun, and care for a plant, the more it grows, with balance, of course. But it's the same at home. The more time and the more you invest in your children, at home, the more they're going to grow. When I worked at the YMCA, the deepest discipleship that I had with kids was just meaningful conversations that I had about the meaning of life, Jesus, and just loving others. It's sitting there and just asking questions, just talking, taking the time to bring up a topic and just dig in, ask questions and have them dig for themselves and ask, why am I here? How am I supposed to treat others? What is respect? What is love? Some of these things, was the most memorable moments that I've had with the kids at the Y that I, only knew for a year. Some I knew for 3 years. And, discipleship isn't just, getting into the Word and having a time of corporate prayer and checking off the box, but it's much more than that. It's prioritizing the person over the plan. It's having a meaningful conversation with your kids. Asking the questions that, before they put in their headphones and they start getting on their iPad, asking how their day was. It's going out of your way to represent and resemble Christ in every aspect. How you respond to the way they're acting, how you, lead and how you do things, how you operate, how you interact with people at, grocery stores and drive-thrus and things like this. It's ultimately teaching your children to make wise spiritual decisions. And, that's what Dr. Ron Hunter Jr., who is, owner of D6, it's a curriculum, but he says, it's all about teaching and training your kids to make wise spiritual decisions. And, parents have the greatest impact on their children and their children's faith, far above any church resource that I could offer them or video that they can watch. And ultimately, by default, parents are the ones that are discipling their children, whether it's positively or negatively. by default. This is, not to come at any parents and say you're doing it wrong, but it's just to encourage you that, we are here for you. We're here to partner with you together. We're here to help you in that family discipleship. To make sure that you go on the Calvary Kids page every week and do what's available, to watch the lessons each week, to ask questions, to talk to them about the lesson, to bring up different topics that we're going over in the lesson. You can really dive into the material on your own just by seeing all the material that we are offering on our Calvary Kids webpage. Also follow our Calvary CC Kids Instagram. We try to get materials and challenges and things out there, to attain that true family discipleship at home. And that's the root of everything, discipleship in the family. And so, the world is full of distractions, and, during this pandemic, we're forced to social distance. But we need to build our families in righteousness, to be rooted and grounded in love, and to ultimately, two things: to train our kids to make wise spiritual decisions, and to love God, to love others, and to have a relationship with Jesus. That's why we exist, to have kids grow in their relationship with Jesus. And so I leave you with this scripture, and this is what Deuteronomy 6, the curriculum, is all about. It says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." So if you want, you can email me, Pastor Ryan at calvarychristian.church. And I will, do whatever, we can to help you, to partner with you, because we are in this together. And, I just want to encourage you with that during this time. I hope everybody's doing well. And, I hope that we all are able to see each other soon. God bless. Take care. And, God bless.